What do you hear? What do you hear?
Mario. Mario!
Are you sure? Listen. Yeah! Look at that. That's so cool. Yeah, I know. Crusoe straight in. Obi, come on. What does Obi think he's doing? Dude. I see Tara's just legged it out. She's ran out. She's like, what's going on? Everybody's running.
He's arrived! The man of the moment is here. And that is hysterical because in Mario's cab is not just a little boy, but a dog. Ridiculous. This family is ridiculous. Obi, what?
It begins! My darling, it begins! Wow, I know! Yeah, you should see. It was like, come on, Obi, how'd you get, buddy? Come on. It's like, what's going on? I came to build a house. I got a dog and a boy.
Honestly, ridiculous. This whole family is ridiculous.
That's so fun.
Bon dia.
Bon dia. Disculpa. So what's going on here? If you're new to the channel, here's a 10-second summary. In 2021, we bought a 5-acre farm in Northern Portugal. It had 5 buildings on it. The stone house that we've just finished renovating, a tiny house which is now our office, a not garage or the adega, a derelict house which we've already demolished, and this house right here, the ugliest house in Northern Portugal. We lived in this house for 2 years, thinking it would be our forever home. We even renovated it, but we decided to knock that one down too and move into the stone house, while we build a brand new 3,000 square foot house out of stone that was once other people's houses.
And today is the day it all begins. We break ground on our build of a lifetime. Today we're digging down and clearing the rubble, starting to build our dream home. But first, John needed to build us access to our newly renovated stone house. So let's quickly rewind 24 hours and follow the story from there. You might have noticed, we are very excited.
We've got a bit of a problem right now. It needs to be fixed because it's going to be a long winter here in Northern Portugal with lots and lots of rain, and currently the only way to get to our lovely brand new stone house that we've just finished the renovation of is through a quagmire of mud that is soon to be a building site. Here. Thanks, buddy. Cheers. So amongst the bedlam and the chaos, which is shortly to end because I think Tara's taking the boys out, I'm going to build a new access to the stone house around the back here. It's going to involve a whole bunch of leftover wood that we've got lying around, just basically not rotting but getting very wet and damp over near the tree house. I know, you guys would way much rather watch it than watch me build anything. So we'll just let this one play out.
What you got there, buddy?
What you got? Have you got my anchors? What you going to do with them? You've got those, careful because they're heavy. And Crusoe's been helping Joao this morning lift the wood over here so the project can start. Everybody's been super busy. So the plan today is, and actually in my head I've got this hugely grand idea of these very seaside-like steps that turn and go up the side of an entire hill. Let's see how it goes today and how much wood we've got. We don't have a massive amount of wood, let's be honest. So we'll see how we can get it done and whether we can get a good staircase put up there. Just something to ease the journey into the house when we've got to ping bags and when we've got a building site right behind us that is going to be not only dangerous, but there's going to be a whole house in the way fairly soon. So it'll be difficult to get to the house that we're living in when we're building the house that we're going to live in shortly. So we're going to build a staircase. That's what I said. Let's just do it. Okay, chaos has left, which is great. I've got all of my tools. I'm going to try and keep this as simple as possible today, and just throw up a staircase basically up the side of a wall. It shouldn't take more than today. I have my fingers crossed anyway. That's piece number one. Start building. We'll know what it looks like as well. What do you reckon? Are we happy with that? Yeah, thanks. Very good.
So we literally have absolutely...
my knife.
No, I don't think that is your knife actually. Can I have it? Thanks.
Why?
It's a very Cecil old knife. I don't even think that's one of our knives. I think that's like a relic from the house.
Oh, let's save it.
Good
That
finding.
house?
Yeah. What happened?
That's Mario digger.
That is Mario's digger. And what happened to this house that used to be here?
Bust it down.
Bashed it down, hey? Was
That's
it fun?
one.
Was it? No, we're not bashing that one down. That's our home. Now we're going to build a new house.
Not that one.
No, we're not going to bash that one down. We'll keep that one. But here we're going to build a new house.
Two of them.
Two of them if you like. All of them, Sawyer. Obi, stop.
Everything's going on.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we don't actually know what's going on today.
We don't.
Everything is going on, but we have no idea because we only got back from Borneo yesterday afternoon.
We're all jet lagged.
Very, very jet lagged. Crusoe's been up since 2 o'clock this morning. Yeah, but we just want to get going. We're desperate to get going with this build. So we know the contractor's coming today. Obviously, Mario is already here. And as far as we understand, the plan for today... Okay. But anyway, from what we understand today, we're digging down to start looking at how the foundations are going to be set. We want to understand what sort of rocks are beneath us, how deep we can go, whether there's any potential for things like wine cellars and garages, etc. But it all starts with a digger and a car coming down the hill now, which I think might be João.
Is it João?
I think it's João.
That's so good.
So yeah, all happening. Well, actually not very much is happening, but everybody's arriving. So
Yeah, it's all going to happen
maybe
soon.
a round of coffee to get us started.
Yeah, another round of coffee. That's a great idea. I love it.
Mario, cafe?
He's going to win.
Okay, team, here we go. Let me just fix my hair. Joking, everybody. Okay, so what's happening? Eduardo, our architect, is standing right there, that dude. And then Senor Joaquim is right next to him. And then we've got a couple of guys here helping us out, doing some staking and some digging. In short, the plan today is to dig down to the rock. So what we're looking for is the contours of the rock that lies underneath the footprint of where the house is going to be. So first of all, we're going to mark out where that footprint actually is. And then following on from that, Mario and Crusoe, probably with a little bit of help from Obi, are going to start digging everything out. I'm going to having a look at what's underneath here. Now, we've got half of an idea. Obi, dude, he's desperate to get in that truck. So we got half an idea that what we might like to do, depending on how much rock is underneath there, is kind of have a little bit of a storeroom, because ultimately we will need to get rid of the Knot Garage, which is right behind us. If you're new to the show, the Knot Garage is called the Knot Garage because it's supposed to be an adega. It was once an adega, a place where people make wine. It's no longer an adega. We thought it was a garage when we first bought the property, and that's why it's called Knot Garage. Anyway, so the Knot Garage is going to have to get demolished eventually, because we've got planning permission only for a certain amount of square feet to build on, and that just won't fit within those requisites. What we can do is research what's underneath the footings and dig down and see if there's space to create a mini Knot Garage, if you like, underneath the house. It's kind of a tenuous idea at the moment, and it will really depend on how much rock is down there.
So this feels a tiny bit crazy, but this is the first time that we are going to really truly appreciate where the house is going to sit, how big it's going to be, where the kind of borders of it, the walls and the corners and everything extend to on this location. It's been really hard to picture, you know, and Eduardo's been sort of saying, well, maybe that tree has to go, maybe it doesn't, and I'm going to be like, okay, well, now I can see that the wall extends to the tree, you know, well, this bit's going to be the veranda and this bit's going to be the kitchen. It's a jolly big house, my love.
It's going to be great, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We've got really epic plans for this house, and I can't, you know, I was just sitting in the office doing a bit of work and thinking, I can't believe, like, today we start building a house. I never thought I'd be a person that got to build my own house.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Yeah, and do you know what's so amazing about it is you look what people are doing at the moment. The house is beginning with a tape measure.
Yeah.
And a couple of pieces of metal.
A dog that's causing quite a lot of...
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go get him out of the way.
Obi!
Obi!
Come here! Obi, come!
Sarah, that tree is gonna go.
No, Eduardo.
I think it's the only one. We'll try to keep it the rest of the trees.
You build the house around that tree, not on top of it.
Okay.
All right, so the tree that we're talking about, this one right here, that's going to have to go. Shame. There it is. There's a corner of the house. Every build, every single thing that ever starts somewhere, and that point right there is where the build of this house begins. Right there. How you feeling?
Jet lagged.
Again, come on, how are you really feeling?
I'm excited. It still doesn't feel real. Like all these people here, and I'm still like, what?
Okay.
Anyway.
Biggest concern?
Mess.
Okay.
And money.
Okay. Most exciting thing?
The thought of having a house that's got more than one bedroom. How about you? Biggest concern?
Money,
Okay.
for sure. But I've got this like cash flow thing, you know, money coming in, making sure that the money is in place when it's needed to be in place in order to continue the build.
Yeah.
And so that everybody gets paid on time, really
And
promptly.
so that the build doesn't have to stop because of
And
money.
so, yeah, so there's no hold up. So that we start now. That's kind of my other concern as well, I think. Everything's kicking off behind me. Let me turn
Yeah,
around.
sorry.
So,
Just watch
my other concern
children
is
and
that-
dogs both trying to get into that digger.
My other concern is that that's exactly what happens. So we start the build 3 months in, and then nobody turns up for like 4 months.
Yeah,
And
that
we're just
would be
like,
bad.
what's going on here? So those are my main concerns.
I fully trust this team though, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I
do.
absolutely
They
love
are
it.
on
Eduardo, Joaquim and the guys, they're just so on it. So, and of course, Mario.
Here we go, boys. Here we go. Come and stand over here, chaps.
It's a big day, guys. Mario's digging out our house.
Alright, just looking at that now, Mario has already hit ground rock. So I think the dreams of having an underground store area or underground not garage are diminishing quite quickly. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Okay. But on the other hand, earthquake-proof house, love it.
I've just snuck away from the noise because it is pretty hectic out there and I've got a few jobs to do on the computer. One of them is to start getting together our Christmas merch, which I'm so excited to share with you because there's a whole load of new products that we've got going on. And they're things we've never launched before. So that's pretty exciting. So keep an eye out, and if you haven't signed up for our newsletter, then please make sure that you have, because that's where most of the stuff gets announced. But the program that I'm using to do that is the incredible Kittle. I love it. It is the most user-friendly and easy to get your head around design platform that I've ever used. Especially for somebody who's not a professional graphic designer. I love that Kittle gives me the tools I need to be able to have a lot of fun with the design process. You know, with other programs, sometimes you know what you want to do, but finding the right buttons and the right things to click on to make that happen is really complicated. Well, Kittle's just super easy. If I want to change the font, it's all here. They've got over 1,000 fonts in their font library. So the options are endless. You can change the style of the font, you can change the direction of it, and it kind of gives you the most amazing creative freedom, but in a really, really easy to absorb way. I love that there's this artboard set up so that you can create iterations of a design, making small changes, but being able to track them without losing anything. And I'm going to be using it to make Christmas labels for our Christmas gifts this year. And you can also use it for things like social media posts, Instagram, Facebook, anything that you need to design. Kittle is the place to go. So if you would like to give it a go, then please use the unique link in our description below and our special code NewbiesYT, and you will get 25% off your first paid plan, whether that be for a month or a year. And remember that just by clicking on that link, you massively help to support our channel, and for that we could not be more grateful. Have fun with Kittle. I'd love to hear what you're creating, and well, I'm gonna get on with this and then get back out there. So we're just losing our first tree. Oh, shame. Anyway, it's not a really, really super important tree. Down there was a little cherry tree which had grown so tall it was impossible to get the cherries. We've never had a cherry from it, but it's very definitely in the way. So that's down and on its way out. And I think next they're going to take the chainsaw to this tree that will eventually need to go, and they're just going to clear some of the branches off it. I mean, that's going to be quite a hectic thing. Look how big it is when that comes down. I don't know how they're going to do it or what they're going to do, but I think it's just going to, like, as I say, take a few of those lower branches off. Oh, it's so noisy.
so all sorts of stuff has been going on this morning. Mario's been digging down, and I think the last time I checked in, it was a case of, well, there might not be room to put a void underneath the house here. We're going to see about that. That might change sometime in the future. The guys over there, they're taking down these concrete L's. You'll see them all over the farm. They are what we're growing our grapevines up. A couple of years ago, we planted about 175 vines around the farm, and eventually the vines will grow up and over the top of those. These ones are in the way, so we're getting those out of the way right now. What else is going on? Well, we're digging a big hole in the ground by the looks of it. That over there, that Mario's just fiddling around with right now, that's basically the corner of our old house that we've just demolished. But it's all got to go. It's all got to be cleared out of the way before we start putting steel into the ground. And that steel will then eventually pop up. And I think that I'm fairly confident that Eduardo, our architect, has got the ideas that we're going to be building a floating structure with air that will move underneath it to kind of help mitigate any kind of dampness, any kind of condensation build-up, and also we'll be able to put a nice heated floor in on top of it. So much to do, so much. Okay, I think we've got some wire and some fencing going up right now. Okay, so that tree, there's been some chit-chat about the tree today. I've got my drill out. I'm going to go and take the renovating camera off the side of it that's been there. It's definitely got to come down, and we've got some ideas in the future to maybe build the kitchen table out of the oak, or build the staircase out of the newel post. Thanks very much everybody for reminding me of that word in a previous episode. Build the newel post and then the banister of the new house staircase out of that oak tree as well. I've got lots of ideas what to do with it, but at the moment, because it's such a huge tree, everybody around here is a little bit nervous about cutting it down. Where is it going to fall? How is it going to come down? Me, I'm just like, I think it'll be fine, you know? But I think there's an atmosphere that's like, okay, we don't want to break anything or do anything that's a little bit, you know, on the edge. Of course, because we're filming for YouTube, nobody wants to get it wrong. So what we're doing now is if you remember again, a previous episode when Senor Agostinho came and we chopped down a big dead old pine tree over the other side of the farm. So we're calling Agostinho to see whether he will come and give us a little bit of guidance on how to bring down that tree. We're hoping that he can come today to do it. The top will go, but I've got to get rid of the camera first and get all of that. It's such a shame. We really thought we'd be able to keep it, but we just can't. All right, I'm going to go take that down. All right, that's the camera down. Sorry, yeah, that's the rear end camera down, and that's the tree ready for its final moments as a tree. But as we all know, wood lives on even after it's not part of the tree. So I'm excited to see what we can do with that. It's all go. It's all go. Busy day.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yes,
okay. All right. Thanks, Jerome.
So, for all of you who have ever worried about our boys being on the building sites or being close to Mario's digger, you'll be very pleased to hear that we're taking precautions. This is a fence that we're setting up, the guys are setting up, to keep the building site and home life separate. So you can see home life, building site. We have got no room to spare out here. We are quite literally living on the building site. And although we've got the whole farm to run around in, it is really, really, really close quarters. So this is super important so that the boys and Obi can't go across there whenever they like, which is what they kind of like to do. So safety first, isn't it? Keeping everybody safe and making sure that we are kind of doing everything to code and as we should be.
They got the fence up there, my darling.
I know, good, hey?
Yeah, really good.
Boys safe. I was just filming about it, saying for all of you that have worried about it in the past.
Yeah.
It is now no longer a cause for concern.
Do you know what I like about it?
What?
Is that we can see through it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I had in my mind that we were going to put up this big wooden
wall.
Yeah, wall, kind of like you see in the UK or in America when they're around building sites. But I love the fact that it's just kind of kid-friendly fence.
Yeah.
And we can still see the evolution of our
Our
house.
views and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, and our views.
I think it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I was also just finding all these little stones. Have you seen them? They're lovely. Coming out of the foundations. They would be really great to make some beds with
Okay.
at the garden. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, that sounds like a you job. I reckon anyway. So I think that I was talking with Eduardo as well about this space here, and Eduardo reckons that there will be room
Oh, okay.
for something, for a storeroom.
Okay.
You know, that's not a storeroom, so it'll be the not storeroom.
I think I was just saying to me that Agostino's coming tomorrow morning at 7:30 to cut down those trees.
Okay, is it tomorrow morning now? Huh?
Yeah.
So I was excited.
For it to be today.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fine.
that was good though. Agostino's coming. What time is he coming tomorrow?
7:30.
Okay,
Yeah.
7:30.
What you got there, bud? A heart? That's really cool. So these beautiful stones are coming up from underneath that building. And look at that one, it's shaped like a heart. He definitely needs a new home, that one, a special home. And we got a fence. Yay! Obrigada.
Funny, other side. Unbelievable. You put a fence up and the first thing the newbie boy does is climb over it.
Crusoe, the fence is to stop you going on that side, my boy. No way, is that an old license plate?
Yeah, well, so Joao was just saying, look at that, so that's an old car's license plate. So Joao was just saying, imagine when they built this house all of those years ago. These rocks, obviously, they've come from a river, right? Because they're nicely rounded, and they've been in a river. So back in the day when they built this, they would have gone down to the river, probably by hand, not with a tractor,
Or a horse.
or with a horse, and dumped a bunch of these into a trailer and dragged them all the way up here and thrown them in this as a foundation, basically.
Isn't that super cool? Look at it. It's got
Look
like
at them.
it's like stuck on, bits of plastic stuck onto it. Imagine if we could find the other letters in there.
Yeah,
That
and
would
then find
be
out
so
what
cool.
car it was.
Yeah.
You know?
Track it all
What can we
down.
do with that, Joel?
Keep it.
What should we do with it?
Yeah.
That's memorabilia.
Yeah, yeah. You can hang it on the wall or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it.
And
Yeah,
next to the
probably-
heartstone.
I'd say it's for the toilet. That one.
Yeah,
On the
exactly.
wall.
Yeah, it goes in the guest loo, doesn't it?
Obi!
All right, so Mario's come straight away, pretty much, I guess, to get rid of the stuff. Brilliant. So, Sawyer, what did you see in Borneo?
One time,
Orangutan
and
and elephants.
Mario. Mario down to us.
Mario wasn't.
There.
Okay.
No.
No.
There in this class.
Okay. Okay, Mario's been and come back now with the first load of rubble that we've been digging out here. While he's been away, we've taken away these L brackets, we've chopped them up, smashed them into pieces. We've also been taking a quick look at the old septic tank down there. You've got some broccoli. Sawyer's got his broccoli. Mum's just got back from the shops. So the plan will be to just fill in that old septic tank. It hasn't been used for a long time. So we need to stick some rocks down it and then put some soil down there and make it safe, basically. So that'll be the plan this afternoon. Get rid of some more of this this rubble, get rid of some more of the hardcore, and take it away. This whole area is starting to look really ready for building a house on top of. Delighted with that fence, although neither the dog or the boys at the moment are paying very much attention to it. Oh, and before Mario gets down, Crusoe wanted me to go and film him just very quickly for everybody. He's quite excited, so let's go see what Crusoe wants. Okay, buddy.
So, it's coming from a digger. I ride in Mario's digger and Obi comes in. And then this is the dreamer, Obi comes in Mario's digger.
I've just wandered into the Knott garage, and one of the contractors is leaned over plans of the house I've never seen before, maps basically of where the foundations are going to go, and he's poring over them and having a good look to see what comes next. It was pretty interesting because I was surprised to see him in there, but there he is studying the paperwork of what happens. Well, the paperwork of how we're going to build this house. So what we're doing at the moment is Joachim and his team are marking red lines all over the place. Well, let's go and have a look, Mum. Sure, you want to come and have a look?
I do, yeah. Which is a pretty exciting way to end the day because it's kind of mapping out the footprint of the house. For the first time, Eduardo's kind of gone, yeah, it'll go to sort of there, but and then to there. It's hard to envisage it, right? Until you've got like physical things in situ that mean that you can start to appreciate it. So look, there's the corner. There's the corner of the house. That's exciting, isn't it? What have you boys found?
Mario's friends.
Okay. Did they make that Mario's friends? Cool. Okay, so that's
the going to be here.
The house is going to be here. Hey, so that's the corner.
See another one.
Okay.
It's just like so that we can store things in there, and it doesn't lose anything. It can be like.
Oh yeah, I see.
And
By the tree.
see?
Up to there. Yeah. Wow.
And then,
Blimey.
and then on the soil there,
I see it.
I'm going to go see what's happening.
Maybe don't go to the one on the soil because you'll make it move.
Okay.
So down here, do you know what's so interesting? So the angle is kind of facing that way, isn't it? It's not like that way. I always imagined it facing dead on straight, but it's kind of...
Well, it is. It is facing dead on straight if we're standing here.
Okay.
What we're doing is we're changing the angle of the original house to make it more perpendicular to the view.
Oh, I
think is
see. Okay.
the way. So basically, what Joachim has been saying is this tree here has got to go tomorrow.
Okay.
This tree here has got to go tomorrow.
Okay.
And we're going to need to chop some branches there.
Okay.
Of that tree, and this
Little shrub.
bush that's got mental. We're going to try and dig it up and move it somewhere else on the farm because that's also going to be in the way.
Okay.
So the red lines on the ground at the moment are shiftable. They're malleable within the space of around about a metre. So we can move backwards and forwards, either sideways or that way. Of course, the footprint of the house is exact, but the location of that footprint can move a little bit. There's a little bit of give and take. And the reason why we're going to slide it slightly over that way is because we don't want to interrupt that tree or take too many branches down on that tree over there. So Joachim is saying, let's bring it over this way a little bit closer to the driveway.
Okay.
And give that tree a little bit more space because remember, we're going to have a balcony that's right up in that tree.
Yeah.
Very cool, but we do want room and space for that balcony.
Ah.
So the red lines are on the ground. It's marked out. Starts over there. Hello. Sadly, that tree's going to go.
Shame.
And that tree,
I hate that. That makes me so sad. Yeah. I'm also interested to know, how are they going to cut it down tomorrow without smashing up our olive tree?
Mario over there. Somebody climbs the tree. I don't know.
It's Agostinho coming to do it.
He's coming to do it.
Anyway, big day, love.
We are also currently talking about trying to put... like Crusoe, trying to put a storage space in the void underneath the house over here, which we've hit rock basically, so it's going to involve digging into the rock before we start putting it. I don't know whether Joachim is going to be able to do it or not, so we'll see. Hey Joao, how's it going? Is it possible or not possible?
It's possible. They see the measures.
Yeah.
They need like 2 meters.
So the day ends pretty much as it began, with all of us in the dark. What a day! What a day! Today marks the beginning of a journey that's probably going to take us 2 years. That's madness. But here we are. We've started excavating the building site. We have officially broken ground on the build of our lifetimes. It still doesn't feel real. It still feels like a pinch me moment. Anyway, we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow we have to bring down a tree, which is a really sad reality of the build. But yeah, we're off, folks. We are off to the races. And we will see you, I think, probably next time, which will be in the morning to bring down a tree. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed everything, please remember to hit that thumbs up and leave us a comment. But most importantly, even if you've been with us a while, please could you just double check that you are actually subscribed to our channel? It would mean the world to us. It massively helps support us, especially as we take on this monumental build. We need all the help we can get, and don't underestimate how enormously helpful it is if you just hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, everybody. I've got hungry children. We've got the day drawing to a close, and we will see you very, very soon. Ciao for now.